now. Okay. And I am not seeing us. Why not? Oh, there we are. Wait. We stopped being on it, and now we're back. It's blinking out for some reason. Let's find out why. There we are. Looks fine. How are we sounding?
Good.
I love saying good.
Yeah. You were saying before how you always say it all right.
It all right.
Good.
Good? Right. You invented all of that.
Good. It's like, how could you say no to that?
Yeah. You can't say no unless they can't hear us, in which case they wouldn't know what we were asking for. But how's that sound to the people listening?
Good.
Are we good? We good? You ever see Avatar 2?
No.
There's oh, you're missing out.
Yeah.
We good? I mostly just want you to see a lot of these things so that you can do the voice, because your version of it is going to be better than mine.
Yeah.
Hello to the chat. Hello. I'm seeing good. Thank you.
Good.
I never know if I should name people in the chat by name or just say the chat, but it's I don't know if I'm gonna botch somebody's name. I don't know if for some reason somebody doesn't want their name to be featured on video. I don't know. I have all kinds of ridiculous thoughts that go through my head, worrying my ass off about things that probably don't matter at all. But anyway, hi.
Well, yeah, I've actually stopped announcing people's names, but I think this is a little bit of a different crowd. There's no people under 10 looking for attention.
Right, there's no children on here, hopefully. So I don't feel too bad about saying someone's name out loud if I need to. Okay, well, Tarsk I have to acknowledge, because that name, if this is the person I'm thinking of, this is somebody I met on the internet probably 30 years ago. Is that possible? No, I would have been 8 years old. No, 20 years ago. Oh my God, the way time just folds and contracts.
Yeah, it always folds over and like meets in the middle.
Yes. Okay, you are the same person. That's awesome. Okay, so Tarsk is I don't know if you want me to explain what community we used to be involved in. I'll leave that up to you, but I'm sure I can go on about it. Perhaps as the night goes on, I will go on about it.
You should just say, well, like, what? Wait, you already said how long ago this was.
Well,
was
unfortunately,
like 20 to 30 years ago.
Well, okay. How old would I have been? I would have been a teenager, so it would have been over 20 years ago.
On dial-up internet?
It was probably like the early days of cable internet.
Yeah.
It was my second phase of internet, where I had gone from simply being an AOL chat and message board user okay, yeah, we were nerdy ass teenagers who were really into cartoons, absolutely. Yeah, that's as much as we need to say for now. Not like it's anything but the most mundane thing you can think of, but it was my second phase of internet. So like I'd gone from being like an AOL chat and forum user to a webmaster. I got it together and made a couple of websites, and some of those websites brought me closer to larger communities on the internet rather than on AOL, like whatever AOL had parceled out for us.
Yeah.
So it was my first foray into making my presence, like carving out my presence on the World Wide Web. And I mean, every once in a while I do see a person from before that, but most of my internet memories and internet existence begins then. when the World Wide Web began.
Yeah.
Yeah, just everyday fandom. And I mean, everyday fandom meant something different back then. Like we did not have any power whatsoever. And I mean, maybe that's still true. I don't know. Do you think fans have power now? Or do they just believe themselves to have power?
In what context do they have power?
Well, they have purchasing power. They always have. But
Yeah.
do they have power to make demands on the output of like their favorite creators?
Yeah, I think they do. I think that a lot of people, it's really hard for them to resist what fans are asking for. Because, fans will make something really famous, and when they demand it, they usually get it.
They usually get it. But like, what if they want things that are like unreasonable? I mean, look, first of all, they never want anything good.
They always want unreasonable things.
Yeah, they always want unreasonable things, but they also want like bad things. They want things that that don't come from the mind of the person and the experiences of the person. They want things that have already been established to be expanded in one direction or another.
Yeah.
Perhaps in a direction that is totally incongruous with what has already been established. Like, maybe they want two characters to be in a relationship, but those characters in like the canon of the thing have never like even talked to each other or like been in the same scene before.
Yeah.
So like, obviously nothing like that is going to happen, but maybe the creator would slip in some sort of little like reference to that being something that the fans desire.
Yeah.
But even that to me is a horrible pollutant to the original work.
Yeah.
I think allowing those things to have any influence at all, at least any outward influence, is a sign of terminal weakness and perhaps a dearth of creativity and direction. Like you have to not know where to go next if the fans have started to influence where you're going.
Yeah.
Ideally, the fans would never be able to throw anything at you that you hadn't already considered yourself. And with ever increasing speed, filtered out as an obviously bad idea. If they knew it was good for your work, well, they'd be making their own thing. I'm sorry to say.
Yeah. Well, it's not for them. It's not worth it to actually make their own work.
That's interesting. Like the experience of making something always sounds fun, but when a lot of people get right down to it, making something is completely different than they thought it would be.
Yeah.
Like, what do you think a person who's never made anything and just, gets started and gets burnt out and realizes they don't want to do... I mean, we have versions of that, right? Like, I have versions where I'm like, I'm going to get serious about this, and I try it out, and I'm like, no, I'm not. Or
Yeah.
it's a slow realization. What do you think it feels like compared to what it actually feels like?
Wait, what?
Like when you or somebody else daydreams about creating something.
Right.
What do you think it's going to be like compared to what it's actually going to be like?
You don't even think about making it at all. You just think about playing it, right? Like if it's your game that you want, it's like you think about playing it for 1 second, and then when you realize it's going to take years of work, you don't even get started.
You think about playing it. See, that's really
Yeah.
interesting. I read a book called The Video Game Industry Doesn't Exist by Austin. I'm so sorry. It's not Austin. Brendan Keogh? I believe that's it. I'm so sorry. It's a great book. I'll post up a link. But he talks about that specific thing, that Even like when a university advertises their video games program, compared to like a university advertising like their arts program, right? They're probably going to show a person painting, right? Or their video program, their film program, they're going to show somebody, holding a camera, right? Behind a
Yeah.
camera. When they advertise the gaming programs, they show a picture of somebody playing a video game,
Oh,
right? So
I
like
see.
it's built into the dream almost to imagine the end product exclusively and to not at all imagine the process.
Yeah, that is bad.
I mean, I don't think there's anything wrong with just imagining something for a while and then giving up on it. It's not like you were
Yeah.
going to make it, right?
Well, I don't know. Yeah, I guess not. Whatever games you imagined as a kid that you wanted to make are mostly forgotten, right?
I don't know. I never had an idea for a game when I was a kid. Did you?
I messed with a couple different like game makers when I was a kid, but like, it was like half ideas, not like real ideas.
Right. A real idea. What distinguishes a half idea from a real idea?
Oh my God. Like there's so many things like this where you could just like imagine like what you want from it. Like you can imagine that, but you don't imagine some of the core things about it that like keep it structurally sound. Like, you could sort of imagine a character, but you can't really imagine the story they're in. Or you can imagine like the like the feeling of a scene, but you don't know exactly or at all what anyone's saying.
Right. Right. Well, yeah. What you get out of it, I think, is a big component to like a half-formed idea or like a not really at all matured, not ripe idea. I used to when I taught a comics class and people would pitch me their ideas. Occasionally, I would get the guy who was. I'm sorry, it was always a guy who would pitch me an idea where the thing he would talk about was the effect that the scene was going to have on people.
Yeah.
Like he'd be like, and then it turns out that it's actually like this. And it's like, dude, you haven't even made it yet and you're thinking about the surprise? Here's
Yes.
a surprise. Shit's never getting made. And it's a shame. Tarsk says, I wonder if it has something to do with the interactivity of video games versus other forms of media. Game players are used to seeing themselves as active participants in the art in a way that the moviegoer or TV watcher doesn't. That's a good point. It's true. Like you really do feel that you embody the entire experience, and yeah, more so than comics. Even though like comics are not a passive media either, and for anyone who hangs out in comics long enough to read Scott McCloud knows that, right? That like passive forms of media, you sit back and like all of your senses are taken over for you, right? You see things, you hear things, and you're completely immersed in like the sequential story that somebody else has created for you. Whereas with comics, you're really relying on the reader to kind of make it move, right? Like they need to read the two panels and draw a connection between them. And if they don't do that, well, the comic is dead. Like, it needs to be brought to life by both of you. It needs to be like puppeted to life by both of you. And video games are the same thing, right? If you don't play a game, there's no game. So the player becomes a participant in the form, which can easily lead the player or the comics reader, now that I think about it, to think that they themselves are creative by consuming the things that they consume.
Yeah.
and therefore their opinions are really important. I mean, not that people who watch movies or read books don't do that, but comic book fans and video game fans have a real reputation for it, for feeling completely entitled to the work that they enjoy, and perhaps some of that is deserved.
What, that feeling of entitlement, you mean?
The feeling that they make it too, that gamers make the games exist.
Yeah.
They test them, they give feedback, and they influence the design of the game. And the game can't exist without at least some of them signing off on it, right?
Well, yeah. What point is there for a game if no one's playing it?
Yeah, it's just a dead thing on a shelf.
Yeah. There's lots of games that nobody plays.
There's so many games that nobody plays. I think about it so much these days because I feel like you've been a pretty straight line interested in games from childhood, wouldn't you say?
Oh my God. I can't even remember not loving games.
Yeah, and your the amount of games you've played is so much greater than the amount that I've played, because I took a long break from games and only became really fascinated with them again pretty recently. And I just look at the world of games, and I mean, I know how a game can disappear because I'm constantly attempting to get people to pay attention to my own. And I know that there are a lot of games that get as little or less attention than my own. And some of them will never get any attention at all. And somebody spent quite a long time making that game. Longer than most mediums, on average, right? Usually a video game is a years-long endeavor. Blood, sweat, and tears. And because there are just too many of them, and your commitment to them must be so great, you're only ever going to play like 0.005% of them. Like, even if you play them forever, even if that's your whole life, you're never going to get to them all. And I mean, I've known this is true about all works by human beings for my entire life, but it really hit me harder with games.
Yeah.
Just how unplayed they are. And I'm so sorry for this, everybody. Shall we play another game?
Yes, let's play a very unplayed game.
All right.
One of my favorite games.
Yes. Joe has been talking about Mischief Makers, the memory of Mischief Makers, for a very long time now. And I don't think I watched you play this when we were kids, but I don't think I truly absorbed the impact this game was having on you.
Yeah. Let's watch the intro.
It looks like an arcade, like very cute 2D animation.
Mm-hmm.
This looks like a game, if I saw it in an arcade, I would stand and watch for a long time. This looks fucking cool. And the sprites look great. Hell yeah. That was great. Right? Like,
Yeah.
that is a genuine arcade game intro right there. They don't make them like that anymore.
Well, Treasure, who made this game, made Gunstar Heroes.
Mm-hmm.
And that's like a very arcade kind of game, isn't it? Do you want to play or me?
Oh, if I press start, will I be able to play it? Or would we
I
just,
think.
we just switch? All right, I've never played, so how about I give it a shot?
So this is one of those games that had a Meredith file on the cartridge.
Did it?
Yes. There's a few different games. I think your player one. You just hit start.
Oh.
There's a few different games. This game and also Paper Mario would just have, like the second one would just say Kiwi and it would just be there for like forever.
Forever, and I'd never play, right?
And you never played it.
Never play. All right. Well, all right. I'll be Kiwi because that's the name I would have gone by when I was the age that this game came out.
Yeah, in like 1997. And it asked you to say what your age is.
My old age. Well, no, I should say I'm 16, right?
I mean, yeah, sure.
No, I want to see what I get for my real age.
But like you enter your age and it just stays that forever. It doesn't advance.
It just tells you what your age is? What does your age have to do with the game?
I don't know. I mean, I'll spoil it now. That never comes up.
Oh, okay. Wait, it never comes up? What? Why did I just tell everybody my age? My 38-ass-year-old age. I just hung that shit out to dry for myself and everyone just now. That I can't be 16 again. That I can't fucking play this game as a 16-year-old. And it had no purpose except to tell everyone here that I'm 38. And that's what it's always been for. Regardless of what age you are. You just enter it so that you can think about it, right?
I don't know.
Well, that's what I'm going to choose to believe. All right, I'm sorry. I'm gonna read the chat just a couple screens back. All right. Somebody asked what. I'm sorry. I've never read that Dan Cloud's book you're talking about, but that sounds interesting. What games got me back into gaming? I'll think about that for a few minutes while I'm playing. Yeah. I appreciate the insights on old games and lost games here.
What would you say to someone who is trapped thinking that no idea is worth spending years of their life pursuing?
All right, yeah, that's great. We should definitely talk about that. Okay. All right. Which of those... Let's talk about that first, right? Okay? Like
yeah.
The idea that...
What's worth it?
What ideas are worth it? All right, we'll talk about... What do you think, Joe?
I don't know. I mean, it has to be something that you've thought about for a long time, probably. That, like, you just, like, see it so clearly in your head that you know that you have to press Eleanor to advance the text.
Ah, I see.
Yeah. And, like... something that like you kind of just like feel really good about, you know, like I guess like enough time passing might not even be the special thing. It might not be about that. It's just you have to feel confident, otherwise you'll never feel like it's worth it. It'll always take years. You know, years before you make it, and then years during, and then years waiting for it to become successful.
Well, I mean, you know, what is the worth of the idea, really? What do we consider a successfully executed idea that was worth doing? I mean, for me, that's creating anything that I ever stuck to and created was worth it. Some of my ideas don't come out as good as I meant for them to. I've gotten better at making sure that they do, but they're all things that I felt a compulsive desire to express way back when, you know, when I made it. I absolutely needed to get that one out. And I didn't really even care if a lot of people liked it. I just wanted somebody to see it and be like, yeah, that is how it is. And like, it really could have just been a few people, but as long as I got the reaction of somebody like reflecting it back at me and being like, yeah, that's fine. That's a success in my eyes. And that means that I'm onto something. And now I'm a little better at talking to my audience. I'm going to interface with them again when I get another compulsive idea that absolutely needs to come out. It is somewhat one-sided because I'm going to create the thing that I'm going to create, but there is like a connection that I am looking to have with whatever group of people are out there who might feel that way. And I hope I find as many as I can, but if I interface with just a few people, then I know my idea was a success and then it was worth it. And you don't need to work on something very ambitious to find that out. In fact, if you've never really seen an idea through, I recommend trying to find that obsessive ambition for something that is not going to be a multi-year commitment. It's just not a good idea. I really had to ramp up to that myself. I would not have been able to make a video game when I was in my 20s. I would not have had the discipline to continue. What I really wanted to do in my 20s was draw a webcomic and post it and get feedback on it the same day. Like, I'm sorry that I'm not playing this. It's a lot of story. I'm trying to answer the question at the same time. I'm trying to be high in general. And it's a struggle, you know? But
Oh, yeah,
I don't know.
I didn't have any of this.
Do you know what I mean by that? Like, do you feel that way when you get feedback on your work?
Yeah, like, well, in context of this game, pretty much no one's ever heard of it, but it had a very deep impact on me, as you can see.
Yeah.
It's very special to me. I always revisit this game, and it's, you might be able to see why it wasn't as big as like Mario or Mega Man, which are kind of similar to this, but, well, you'll find out, like, the gameplay is pretty unique. There's like, there's like grab and shake and throw, and these guys are like invincible, so you can just like beat them up and they don't care.
I love that's kind of unusual for the time, an NPC that you can walk away from. I remember the sounds of this game vividly because you played so much Mischief Makers.
Yeah.
I remember you could shake shit. Shake, shake, shake.
Yeah, if you press down C, you can shake.
That's hard to do.
Well, you could also just press down a few times, like really fast.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't quite reach across like that. The controls are a little tricky. This controller is so big.
Yeah. Also, this was the only game I ever played for the N64 that used the D-pad instead of the stick.
Yeah, unusual. All right, but they've got a good reason. I know they've got a good reason here.
Yes, it is a good reason because, like, if you were to try and play this with the joystick, it would just be like you'd wear the shit out of it. You'd like destroy it by like trying to tap to shake or dash.
Oh, I just picked this guy up, just tossed him away. Hey, I'm Celeste. Hi. I've been waiting for you. Just walk away. His voice just gets quieter. Shield. Oh, I heard about you. Okay. Do I need to say anything?
I think you have to keep listening.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
I feel like that was pretty rambling, but hopefully we sort of began to answer that question of what would merit a worth.
Make a game for one person. It'll be worth it, right?
With one person?
No. Make a game for one person, and it will be worth it. You have to just like, there's a lot of negativity around the idea of it not being worth it. Like, You're not going to make money from it. You're not going to get back the money you invested. These are, negative thoughts, and they're very real things. But the other thing is, like, there's some person who exists, or maybe they're not even alive yet. Maybe they won't exist for 10,000 years, but they're going to play your game eventually, and it's going to be the most important thing to them for a while. Like, yeah, like you ever have that when like a game just like takes over for like a month?
Oh yeah, totally. I think in terms of the game. I think in the logic of the game. Games have such a big impact. Like I mean, look, I love making comics, but like when I got feedback on my first game, I was fucking hooked to that. Like the importance that this holds for people. Comics, it's rarer, I think, and it's hard for people to find that kind of depth with comics.
Yeah.
But oh shoot, I don't know where I intend to throw that. I might be a little too high for this. I would rather watch you play this skillfully.
Okay. Here, you're supposed to bring the clan bomb to the red things, the red blocks.
I do like this music quite a bit.
The music in this game is so good. I love it.
All right, I'm gonna read a little more chat.
This isn't Link to the Past. Does it still say Link to the Past? I thought it said Mischief Makers or Banjo-Kazooie.
I thought I changed it. I changed it while we were streaming, so maybe it didn't really like take effect. Nice to see you, Tarsh. Thanks for coming. Yeah, there's always chores, ain't there? That's a happy marriage right there. I gotta go help the wife with the chores. Sorry. Yeah. Shit's important. Without that, there's no marriage. There's two people who are slowly getting angry at each other. Oh, that's lovely. So happy for you. Oh, it's currently Banjo-Kazooie, thank you. Yeah, so I guess maybe it did say Link to the Past before, but I did change it, so hopefully it is reflected. Yes, it will be Banjo-Kazooie soon, but I'm trying to pinpoint what I didn't like about it when I was a kid, and I think it was kind of like Mario Kart 64, where I felt like everything was so tight and concise with the pixels, and 64-bit art just seemed so swimmy and loose when it first came on the scene. Even now, I still kind of feel that way.
Swimmy.
Nothing felt concise to me when games got this graphically complex, and I felt that way about 3D, and that nothing can ever be exactly in its place.
You mean the graphics? They have like too many colors now that you can't see them pop against the backgrounds.
Yeah. I prefer tight pixel art, and I was very resistant to so much of this because I didn't feel like the detail was actually what I was seeking in video games.
Yeah, I'm like trying to understand what you mean by tight pixel art. You mean that it's like 3D, so it's like exact shading and stuff?
Well, it's just like you can't move your character into the same place more than once. You know what I mean? So you can't perfectly execute a movement exactly the way you did it last time. because your character is always pointed at a slightly different angle than before, and you're moving the joystick, so there's no like concise like up this way, down that way, and side to side, and maybe a diagonal, but you are always like concisely putting your character in a place on the board. And the more detailed and high res a game got, the harder it was to do that. And nothing snapped into place for me anymore. So I guess this is sort of just like, this might just be an OCD thing. I mean, that's probably entirely the source of my enjoyment of games, is like things that are calming to a compulsive person.
Yeah.
And I didn't find that calming anymore. And yes, compositional control. That's a good point. I think that might have been part of it too. Yeah, it's true. I think people do have compositional control over games now. Because I see screen caps of like Baldur's Gate and shit that just look like, they're perfectly framed. Maybe the player didn't compose it that way. Maybe the game composed it that way for them. But I liked the idea of, kind of putting everything where it belonged. Yes, the ability to achieve the perfect replication of the game designer's intent. Yes, and when games get infinitely more complex, you can never even know what the game designer's intent was, because there's just too many factors involved. See, I think it's very difficult for me to get into your head with this one, Joe.
Yeah.
It is. I mean, I'm watching you play it like it's an extension of your fingers. And that's very pleasing. But I don't look at it and say, oh, I want to try that. Like,
Yeah.
there's something about it that stresses me out. But I'm sure if I practiced, I would enjoy it much more.
I guess it's a hard game. It's a fast game. There's like a lot of shit everywhere, especially in this level right here.
Yes.
It's like spikes that shoot you everywhere.
Yeah, it's a lot of shit. Jesus. I do love just seeing a straight platformer, but that is quite unique for the genre.
Yeah.
Like, how many platformers did N64 have?
Well, none. I mean, they had Yoshi. They had this one.
Right, Yoshi's Story.
They didn't have a 2D Mario.
No. And that was hard for me too, Mario 64. I only maybe ever got halfway through that game. I don't think I ever beat it. It was the first Mario game where it was like, life's too short.
To spend playing Mario 64.
Yeah. When a game gets too frustrating and you just quit, like as a kid, it tells you, I think, for life, how far you're willing to go. I'm a lazy gamer, and I like things to be easy. Which is tough because I have an academic interest in old games, which are harder than new games. Do you think Baldur's Gate is hard?
Yeah.
Like, you have to be good at gaming to play it?
Probably. I don't know. Is it a kind of old series?
This is the third installment.
I don't know anything about it. I mean, I could make shit up about it, but...
No. Yeah, I don't know anything about it.
Oh, yeah. Everything I know about it, you told me about it.
All right. So, to follow up on the creative ideas conversation, thanks for the thoughts. I think that maybe the specific mindset I was talking about can only be overcome by transcending any thought of gaining social status through your work. maybe influencing your little corner of the universe, the blank page, etc., has got to be enough for you, or nothing will be enough. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you make something, whether anyone like ever acknowledges it or not, it exists in like the universe, small as it may be. You made something with your life, you know. You made something exist, and it wasn't just something for you. It was something for the world. Whether it found them or not is almost irrelevant. You put it out there, and it's very unfortunate that the immediate marketing period is the only time when people are really given the chance to gauge whether their work is a success. It doesn't, you know, it might take years for a lot of work to find its audience, or it might take longer than the artist's life. But if it's out there for the world, that's a distinct thing than work that is only ever meant for you and maybe, you know, your closest immediate friends to see. If you put something out there into the world, you're declaring to the world that you exist, and that you know yourself, and this is me. And if you know what that means, and you have a pretty good idea of what that means, and enough tools to express that in a way that like can then be understood by other people, then you are an artist. And it's a wonderful thing to be an artist. It is something that I look forward to in every stage of my life. You know, it's something I hope I'll never have to stop being.
Yeah.
It gives me great comfort. And I think it's wonderful to be able to say that that's what you are, whether that's your job or, you know, maybe it's your job for part of your life, if you're lucky. And
Yeah.
maybe it's just a way that you live, and a way that you collect ideas about the world, and a way that you process those ideas and share them with others.
Yeah, it's not always your job. It's usually not even your job when you start.
No. And really, it's not the sort of thing that is exactly, you know, congruous with paying the bills, you know. But if you just have it in you and you have to get it out, I feel like, you know, somebody will know when that happens. And then it's a matter of whether, you know, you have a chance in your life to pick up the skills necessary to express that. Yes, this game is called Mischief Makers. 1996, Joe?
1997.
7.
Yeah, like you can make a game like with Earthbound. It's like it's really well known. It's like a huge deal in Japan, but like Earthbound didn't really come to the US the same way that, you know, it wasn't hailed as like a masterpiece the way it is now.
Right.
It's only because like, you know, a bunch of nerds came together online and talked about how great it was that it's like understood in the West at all.
Yeah. Eventually somebody had to do that. And you know, you hope that any creator would be lucky enough to eventually be discovered that way or find their audience that way. But you do think about how, like, for some of them, it should have happened, but it didn't. I mean, surely, statistically, that must be true. But the cream also rises.
The cream also rises.
Yeah.
You mean you think everything gets its people?
Let's take this in the opposite direction, Joe.
Yeah.
A lot of things deserve to disappear.
Go on.
I'm just saying that sometimes great work finding its audience was absolutely inevitable. Sometimes a great injustice is done and a work is never recognized.
Yeah.
Look, I'm not dying on the hill I'm creating right now at all. I am literally digging my grave, and putting that grave on a hill on which I intend to die as we speak. I'm just saying, if anyone writes like Ursula Le Guin, eventually they're gonna find out about her. And if they write like even a little worse than that, no one's gonna find out about them. And,
yeah.
You know, did Ursula Le Guin deserve eventual recognition less than those people? Absolutely not. She deserved it the most.
Yeah.
If there are any other Le Guins out there that I don't know about, I would guess that probably at least a few hundred people do know about them and think they're incredible. Right, nothing's totally buried, is it? Nothing deserving is totally buried, is it? I kind of feel like I need to know.
What are you saying, that like there's no point in having anything slightly less good than the like gold standard?
Well, unfortunately, we don't have enough time for everything.
That's true, yeah.
It does need to meet a certain standard to be carried into the next generation. And look, things that exist in their time have value too. Longevity is not the only type of value, because if it was, we'd all be gone. We'd all be dust.
Yeah.
So we'd better be okay with being known in our time, or like slightly beyond our time, because that's literally all we can get.
Yeah.
If we're lucky. So making work in its time, enjoyed by people in its time, and perhaps being in some way influential towards the future is a wonderful prize. Whether it led to, great financial reward, or often not, carrying something forward for the future means you made your mark. And if 100 people think that your work is really, really good, then one of those people will carry it on.
Why is that? I'm not doing that on purpose.
I'm sorry, everyone. I feel like I need to apologize tonight. I am being a blowhard. Most artists and craftspeople don't compete globally for recognition. Yes, and they should be recognized locally. Absolutely. Something breaking out of its immediate world and impacting the world, that's an incredible thing, but that is not the only utility of art. And that should not be the metric for success.
Oh, no! Yes.
I will say that if Cape Beaton's Ducks did not get massive recognition, I would have thrown in the fucking towel because that just seemed completely inevitable.
Yeah.
You can't hold that shit back. When it comes, it comes.
But it doesn't always come when you want it or need it to.
No. No, you can't plan for it at all. But like, again, that's not the only kind of success, but it is a very powerful one in our world. We think a lot about the stories that break through and sort of tell a once in a generation story. That just massively impact people.
Yeah.
What do you want to play now? All right. We're going to get to the main attraction now. What if towns had arcades filled with games made in local schools with local subjects? Oh my God. You know, I wish, right? I mean, they should do that because like malls are like dead, right? So the only things that succeed in malls are like theme parks and shit. So you get like a massive game space. I mean, it seems like a lot of people with money and a dream have attempted exactly this. So I don't know why there's no money to be made in this world, but it seems like something I would do like every week, but I probably wouldn't do it enough to help sustain this business. Yes. Oh, fuck. I remember this so vividly. I would watch it so much, even though I'd already seen it.
Oh my God. I played this game so many times.
Oh, that's great. You know, it really could just come down to the fact that I'm 4 years older than you.
Yeah.
And different things ignited at different times, and we can't square that. Is this
Yeah.
a one-player game too?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it is. Okay. All right. Oh, game one empty. Woohoo! Already with the sound effects. This cheeky little game.
Yeah. Rare was very cheeky. They had a lot of naughty humor in these games.
Oh, like, did you play Conker's Bad Fur Day?
Yeah.
I never played it, but it seemed very cheeky indeed. Oh,
Yes.
sorry about that. Like they're having a laugh. Oh, Grunty is very, very vain. When Grunty's on the Zoom, she's just looking at herself the whole time. I love those little avatars at the bottom.
Yeah.
And the sounds of their mouths moving. Oh, she's jealous of Banjo's little sister. I love it. I love it. This witch is competing with like a little 8-year-old girl. She's so mad. She won't allow a little girl to be cuter than her. I love it. Oh, fuck. No, Tootie. Her pigtails flapping in the breeze. Poor innocent Tootie. I love this guy. Oh, his voice is so great. Fuck, man.
Yeah, I like how their heads are like puppet heads.
Yes. He's got a picture of his little sister on his nightstand.
It's the last thing he has of her.
Oh. Kazooie's done waiting around. What a great intro this is.
Yeah. Yeah, Rare did some of the best N64 games.
Okay, somebody came into the chat and said that they're from Argentina and translate everything they say using Google Translate, and they came to help us because we're beginners. All right, so that, first of all, that's very nice of you to do all that work just to help us. But that is really not necessary because we're not trying to be good at these games at all. Also, we've played these games for years. Oh my god, that iris out is the greatest thing in history. Oh. This also has nice smooth controls. Oh, it moves beautifully. I love it. It goes faster when you fast forward.
Oh.
Calm down, geeky. Well, yeah. I'm gonna press A. His name is Bottles.
Yeah. But Kazooie never calls him by his name.
Oh boy, I can't wait. I can't wait. All right, I'm missing a lot of the chat. Why don't you check it out? Oh, I see. So I can just call Bottles at any little hill. I see.
So we can't play Banjo-Tooie because we don't have the memory pack.
Oh, I never played any of that game.
So at the end of this game, if I think, yeah, like when you beat the game, Mumbo tells you they're working on a sequel called Banjo-Tooie.
Oh, really?
And that items that you collect in this game, you'll be able to use in Banjo-Tooie.
Really?
Yeah. This feature is called Stop and Swap, and well, it didn't work. They canceled it. They had to make the game without it.
Oh,
so
they shouldn't make promises like that. Come on, guys.
No, yeah, it was short-sighted. What happened was they thought that you'd be able to turn off, or like you'd be able to take the cartridge out of the N64 and replace it with Banjo-Tooie. But it turned out you couldn't do that because you only had like 2 seconds to swap them, as opposed to like 10 seconds or 20 seconds that they thought.
Be enough.
Yeah, they thought they'd have enough, but it wasn't.
Oh,
so
wow.
the feature was scrapped, and you can still get the items if you enter like the passwords.
Oh man, okay. So they found kind of a way to do it.
I mean, Yeah, like they just like did something else.
That's a shame.
Yeah, it was too bad. That game's good though.
Yeah, I mean, if you just didn't promise that, then nobody would be disappointed.
Yep. Stop and swap. But yeah, I think stop and swap is like it's what it promised was a mystery, and we actually did get something very mysterious, I think. Like this feature that just didn't work, and like we spent years wondering what these eggs with a question mark on them were for. And like,
so they had put it in.
yeah, well, like they had it in this game.
How
But
do
like,
how do I do this? I haven't been paying enough attention to the controls.
can you do the double jump?
How would I do that? Jump twice? I can't. Maybe I need to call on
You have to talk to Bottles.
Oh, they want me to go underwater. Okay. All right, you use both. Oh, you can kind of like do like the breaststroke, like you move your arms and legs at the same time. That's fun.
Yeah, oh my god. There was a time when me and Jackie were like in the pool, and I was like, we should swim like Banjo-Kazooie, and she got on my shoulders, and we did it for like 1 second. It was like, oh, this is so cool. And then she stepped on my head, and I was like under, like, you know, it was a above ground pool, so I wasn't gonna drown or anything.
Right.
But like she stepped on me, I was like down there for a second.
Oh, shit.
And when I came up above the water, she was gone.
Wow. That is another chapter in the book of pool cowardice. Well, does pool cowardice get its own chapter, or is that like a book, part of a book? But that is like a serious entry in the pool cowardice diaries. Oh man. That goes right up there with when I dove under the water instead of answering my friend's question about what a blowjob was. I was just like, the answer is... Oh, man.
Do you want me to play it?
So, our sister got the fuck out of there.
Yeah, she was gone.
Oh my god, I'm so sorry to, hang her out to dry like this. This one's gonna haunt her for the rest. She'll never find out about this. We love her though. Just in case she listens, we love her.
Come on, Feathers, you can give him a hand. Yeah, I admit it was my idea, and it was fun for 1 second.
Yes, we are 4 siblings total.
What does he want me to do? He's making me do something, and I don't remember what it is.
It is interesting, Joe, that we both became artists, and our voices do, I think, share some similarities.
Yeah,
Right?
I think so. Our voices? You mean?
Well, we think similar things are funny.
Oh, yeah.
You know. I guess we share a lot of interests too, but like the things that informed our work is kind of similar in a lot of ways.
Yeah, I guess so.
Divided by a few years, of course.
I mean, there's definitely we're definitely influenced by different things that we don't know about.
Yes. It's true. We can't share the same brain, unfortunately.
But we did start singing the Mumbo's Mountain song at the same exact
At the
second.
same time.
So
Oh, yeah.
we do think alike.
It's true. I have no idea what anyone's talking about in the chat. It's just a wall of things I don't understand. The little one-liners are so cute.
Yeah.
Oh, finally. Oh, so cute. You're gonna kick that carrot's ass. I love it. Hey, say hi to Topper. Get fucked, Topper. That carrot's like, it took 45 days to grow me. Well, here I wasted. I took a year to grow. Ah! Conker's Bad Fur Day. Okay, I never played this game. What I remember is there's a fluffy little guy named Conker, this little squirrel with a shirt, and somebody's like, "Hey Conker, how'd you like to see some boobs?" And then there's a squirrel with giant boobs. Maybe she hugs Conker, and her like low poly boobs press up against his face, and his expression doesn't change, but the acting is convincing enough. And then Conker like runs away from that, and then goes through like a cavern, but it's all like boobs hanging from the ceiling. And he swims underwater, and there's just boobs kind of floating from the ground up like seaweed. It's all in low poly, obviously. It's all in-game playable content. There's no FMVs because it's a Rare game. They don't do that shit, right?
You can't really do video on the N64 because it's just like a 64-bit or 64 megabyte cartridge.
Right. So you couldn't do FMVs even if you wanted to. It all has
Yeah.
to be playable. Anyway, Conker gets a dildo as an item and puts it in his backpack with a dead rat, a small rat that's like smaller than him, even though he's a squirrel. Like it's rat size to him, right? He's just got it's this big in his hand, and it's dead, and like there's stink lines coming off of it, and that's in his inventory. And then Conker gets suckered into going to some bar, and he gets too drunk, and he's weaving around like a drunk N64 character, and he goes, and there's this kind of flat rendering of
Yes.
puke falling out of his mouth, and then Conker accidentally gets himself in trouble with the law, and then he gets arrested, and there's a mugshot of him, and he's it's against the mugshot backdrop, and then Conker you know, he falls in with a bad crowd who like helps him escape the prison, and then he's on the run for the rest of the game. And Conker, for a while, inadvertently starts working on the set of a porno, and he starts to actually get like, he actually, you know, he starts out like he mops the floors. That's Conker's job at the porno set at first, but then the more he works there, the more he gets to know people, the more he starts to be interested in getting involved himself, and you know, that begins obviously as a subject of the films, but later he's actually able to set a lot of the scenes and direct the action himself. Even as he is also acting in the films, he is directing. Later on, you know, he kind of gets tired of all that and he starts to direct, and, you know, he leaves the acting for the actors. And he ages during the game and becomes like, you know, he goes from being like, you know, this little guy somewhere between the ages of like 20 and 35, and he becomes like middle age to old, like around late 50s. And at this point, he's got a whole career behind him, directing. He started his own studio, and he's greatly respected in the industry and in his community, which I imagine is like some town called Tittytopia or something. That's not the city Conker's from, but it's the one he moved to at the beginning of the game. I don't actually know how this game ends, though. I never got to the end. But I'm guessing that somebody he slighted in his past comes back and wants to fight him. And he gets all his buddies together, all the friends he's made along the way. All the cranks, freaks, perverts, criminals, and just, you know, lovely people that he's met over the course of this game. They all team up and they all fight a character who is like not enormously different from Gruntilda, really. Maybe I don't know. Maybe Gruntilda is a beautiful woman with big boobs instead of a witch. But I mean, they fucking destroy her. She's gone. And then the credits roll, and you see that Rare logo, and you know, you'd say to yourself, that's quality. Anytime you'd like to talk.
That game ends with a Matrix parody and then an Alien parody.
Oh, man. Oh, that's really too bad.
I mean, I think it's fine. They knew they were making a stupid game.
Yeah. Yeah, I just didn't like being marketed to by that game. I didn't like it being like, well, you're growing up, now you can play this. It's like, no, the ones for kids are fine. It's okay. I don't need the medium to grow up with me. And that's not growing up. Like, being grown up is recognizing that the children need it more than you do, and making it more for them than it is for you. Video games were already mature when they were for kids. No, I think there should be games for adults, but that's so juvenile, that game. And like games by and large are very juvenile. There's not a lot of games really for adults, I guess is what I mean.
Well, I don't know. This game is good, but I think Banjo-Tooie might be more mature. Like, it's a more complex game. The worlds are like connected. I feel like there's more exploration. I don't know. I don't know if I'm like thinking like they got progressively more mature or anything, but
I mean, they mature in terms of like game design, definitely.
right.
I think I mean in terms of story and characterization. Games are, I tend to find the stories are kind of juvenile.
Well, this series and Rare as well kind of stopped making games like this. And, well, did I really need more games like this when I was like 20 years old and beyond?
No,
Yeah, probably not.
but maybe
Although,
somebody else did.
I guess, I mean, there probably are games like this that I just wouldn't play because they're, for children. I mean, if I was an adult and this came out, I might not want to play it.
Right. Hey, somebody's still making cute games like this, but I don't know. They don't look like this to me.
Yeah.
That skull is so funny looking. The way the jaw moves.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I find a lot of this is to be charming. The way the enemies just explode. I didn't get the move yet.
Get used to it, nest girl. I feel like while I was talking about Conker's Bad Fur Day, I was just falling down lower and lower and lower.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you didn't play that game. So where did you get your perception of it?
From commercials. Like it was marketed and people talked about it online, so I saw some pictures of it. I just got the impression that it was like, it was like for adults. And by for adults, I mean like, humor that like 12-year-olds would think is funny.
Yeah, it's not like really for adults. It's barely. It's like there's blood, there's swear words, there's like, you know, British humor.
Why did I think there were so many boobs?
There's boobs.
Okay, I guess any boobs at all is more than you could
Yeah,
expect.
I mean there's boobs. There's like a sunflower with big boobs. There's like Conker's girlfriend with big boobs.
Okay.
There's like I think there's also a caveman woman with big boobs.
Okay, so I was absolutely right.
Yes. But like they have that in these games too. They have characters with gigantic boobs, like Grunty. She's gonna have gigantic boobs if we get game over.
Wait, what? We see her boobs?
I mean, we don't see them, but like Grunty like uses a machine to suck the beauty out of your sister and give it to herself, and she
so
turns hot.
She makes herself like shapelier.
Yes, she makes herself thin and young.
Okay, yeah, we do need to see that
Yeah,
just for the sake of seeing it tonight.
yeah, we could see that at any time if I save and quit.
Okay.
Are we ready?
Yeah. So that I remember, but you actually see the bad ending.
Yeah.
Taking all of Tootie's beauty. Help me, Banjo. Oh no, terrible. I can't. No, 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 no. Tootie's ugly. Fuck, man, that rules. Oh, man, that's so great. And you can watch that anytime you get game over.
Yeah, or anytime you save and quit.
God, that's so funny. Oh, man, that's so good. All right, so someone in the chat said, an ex of mine once told me that she used to intentionally let Sonic drown as a kid because it turned her on.
Holy shit.
I mean, honestly, that's so beautiful. That is so beautiful that she can pinpoint that. Like, so awesome to just know what you like, eh? So awesome. You know, good for her. I wish her all the best in life. Joe's off to the bathroom on that note, so let's see what other material I can get out of what you just revealed. No, I think I kind of said everything I intended to say about that. That's just kind of, I love that. I just love how cut and dry that shit is. That's great. It really is something special to watch Joe play the games that are so significant to him. Because they're different for me. And, you know, I tend to think that the thing that applies to me applies to more than me, as we all do occasionally. And it is really cool to see the things that like really excite Joe. Like I play the things that excite me, and there's some overlap with Joe there. But this is his night. This is my brother's night. And I hope as he watches me talk from his phone on the toilet, he will. It will give him a good feeling to hear me say that. Oh my god. Let's see. What else is new? I saw most of the Ninja Turtles movie. I went with my son, and at a certain point, which if you've seen the movie, you can probably like figure out where it was. It's near the end. He turned to me and so quite calmly and soberly said, "This is too scary. I want to go." And off we went. And I saw most of it. Oh, this is Randall. Hello. Great story. Great story. I'm like, I don't have anything to say about that turtle movie beyond that, actually. It was, you know, it was all about bringing my son there. What can I say? I had my own experiences with Ninja Turtles a long time ago. They were very important to me at one time. I really, really liked Michelangelo, and then I really, really liked Donatello. And that was my throughway. And then at a certain age, I became done with them, as some of us do. And it's, you know, It's still around. I don't know if I feel good or bad about that. It's still around for kids. And my son kind of liked it, but like ultimately his comfort was more important than seeing what happened. I don't have much else to say about it. What else do I have anything to say about God? This is where we've gotten to. We just have nothing to say to each other anymore. Summer's almost over, guys. The end of summer. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling end of summer right now. End of summer. I went to probably the last birthday party of the summer, and you know, the pools are closing. They're all closing right now, and school's starting up again. And now that school is actually part of my life again, where it wasn't for a few years, I finally escaped it. I graduated school and I stopped teaching. And school briefly wasn't part of my life. And now that it's part of my son's life, I'm gonna care about it for another 18 at least fucking years. Fuck. Oh no. I'm gonna have to care about school every year until he graduates from school. Damn, I hadn't thought about it. School's back. School's just fucking back. Oh no, but it's so fun so far. I went to Lake Shore and got a bunch of shit yesterday. Just like educational supplies and shit. Thinking, you know, got his school clothes worked out. Everything's ramping up. Thinking about school again. It's fine. It's fine. Hello.
Hi.
I was just talking, I was just realizing that,
I heard what you said. Yeah, it's back. It's back forever. Now, you know. Yeah, you have to think about that forever. Tests and scores and homework.
and subjects and like making sure that he's on the right track. And like trying to have a full grasp of what all those things are that are required to have an education.
Mm-hmm.
And then, you know, if he wants to go to college, then that's like a whole nother thing that I gotta help him with.
Yeah. Let's put a different game on.
Yeah, what do you want to play?
Oh, I don't know.
What should we play? How late is it?
It's like 10:20.
Okay, it's not quite Tetris Attack time yet. I feel like we've got energy for something else.
Maybe we should check out Conker's Bad Fur Day.
All right, yeah. Why don't you play a little of that? I'm in the mood to watch this shit tonight.
Okay. Well, I'm pretty sure there's a cutscene, so I'm also going to do some
Okay.
watching right now.
Oh my god, that scene of Gruntilda walking out hot, like I've seen that scene 100 times, and you know, way more than that, and it just completely disappeared from my memory.
Yeah.
Her big boobs. Like, how did she steal that from Tootie, from a little girl? Doesn't work that way. Oh, see, already. What a fresh little squirrel he is. This is how Donkey Kong Country began too. Like, fuck you, old logo. New logo time. Are they kind of playing this at a low frame rate?
I guess because the camera's moving so much.
Right. This looks cool though. Fun UI.
Yeah. Yeah, they were cute about it with Banjo-Kazooie, but we didn't even like check out the other files.
No.
Oh yeah, there's a parody at the very beginning.
Oh my god. God, this fucking time period.
I didn't know what this was a parody. I didn't realize it was a parody the first time I saw it. So I thought it was just like badass.
What is this a parody of?
It's the opening to A Clockwork Orange.
Oh, right. Yeah, some other shit I haven't seen since I was like 20 years old. I'm sure it's great, but
Well,
you watch it when you're college and you burn out on it.
Conker the king. King of all the land. Who'd have thought that? But how did I come to this, I hear you say? And who are those strange fellows that surround my throne? I hear you also say. Well, it's a long story. Come closer, and I'll tell you. It all started yesterday. And what a day that was. It's what I call a bad fur day.
There we go. Right away. Right away. Was I wrong about any of this?
Hi, you've reached like Barry's place. I'm not available to answer the phone, obviously. However, if you leave your like name and number, they sound cute.
She's so dumb. She's so dumb.
Hello? Mary, you better pick up. Hello? Oh, anyway, look, I'm gonna be a bit late. Well, met up with a couple of the guys, and they're off tomorrow to some, I don't know, fight some war somewhere. Anyway, I'll see ya. Love you. Mwah, mwah. I think she bought it. Conker, put the phone down. Oh, right. Whose round is it? Yours. What, again? Okay. Can someone lend me a $5?
Okay, so Conker got really drunk and he's like swerving around.
You guys enjoy yourself and all that, and I'll probably see you sometime next week. I gotta go home.
Oh, please show me him throwing up.
Oh, no, that's the toilets. No, this way. Yeah, that's better. Pretty good tonight. Ooh, hang on a sec.
All right. Oh, that disappeared. It's so funny.
Sorry about that, old chap. Gotta go.
That's pretty funny looking.
Can't quite make it out. Anyway, it seems pretty familiar to me. This way, I suppose.
That looks cool. Yeah, they're trying to do all this cinematography.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't look bad for the N64.
No,
And it
no.
didn't have the memory expansion for this.
That's pretty impressive.
More milk, sire?
That guy doesn't even need to talk.
Oh no. It's gonna be one of those days.
Do you think there's a reason Conker drinks like this, other than that he's a bloke?
Um, I don't know. What were they thinking when they made this game?
Like, what's the reason that Conker is not home with that piece of ass he's dating?
I don't know. It doesn't seem like they're that serious.
Doesn't seem like. Maybe she's worried about him, though.
Well, I'm going as fast as I can.
Yeah, he's hungover. You can't go any faster. Oh man, those sounds he's making.
Oh, there's an opening at the other end.
Feel sick. Ugh, I don't feel so good.
Well, you were saying before, do these games need to mature? So here you have a game very similar to Banjo, except your character is hungover,
Yes.
and like his jump is pitiful, and his attack is pitiful.
Yeah. Does Conker never get powerful?
Well, you'll see.
Oh, hello. Can you help me? I need to get home and go to bed because I don't feel very well at all. Oh, so you can't help me at all?
Actually, yes, I can. Maybe.
Hey? What's your name?
Beardy.
Beardy? You haven't got a beard.
No. Birdie. A scare birdies.
Okay, Birdie. So can you help me?
Right. Let's step over here. You see those buttons? Actually, you'll find that they're context sensitive. And, well, actually, they press B.
Press be.
Oh yeah, the light comes on, and it makes this nice ting. Right, that ting noise. Nice ting. The rock ting. That's it.
That's it?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll press B.
I don't mind if I do.
So, what does that mean?
It means context sensitive. It's sensitive to context. Try it over there.
Okay.
Well, you can try it again.
Conker's so fucked up.
Oh, just what I needed. In fact, it would seem to me that these give me just what I need at that moment in time. Oh, I see what he means. Context sensitive. Clever. Oh, I close that. Right, let's get out of here. Oh, and by the way, if for whatever reason you want to skip all these wonderful cutscenes, then just press the L button. But you will have to have watched them at least once.
Okay, so now I can actually like run and jump and stuff.
Oh man, this looks so great.
Yeah.
Like the way his tail follows him is just like such a nice look.
Yeah. Well, do you know the story behind this game?
No.
It was just going to be like an ordinary platformer starring Conker. And then they just, made it adult themed because it was like the exact same thing as like what they were doing before with Banjo.
Like they were doing for what?
With Banjo. Like they didn't want to make the same exact game again.
Right. Right.
I can't seem to get any further.
I mean, I don't know. I think that's a progression that I support.
Oh
Not, yeah, not like thinking about like how many games they could realistically do for the N64, and, like having something different about them every time.
yeah. Right. Right. Because they were already like dominating the market with their games. Like they needed to distinguish themselves from their own game.
Yeah.
I should easily get across that gap.
So like a lot of elements of this game are still very cutesy, like the original.
Yes.
Like Conker and his tail.
So you think a lot of this game was developed before they took it in that direction?
Yeah.
Ah.
Although, like, I think a lot of the ideas that were central to it were the, like, adult themed ones. So a lot of what they had was thrown out.
Interesting. And was that a success? How'd this game do?
I don't know. Yeah, I'm not
That's-
sure.
That's a question for the chat. We won't be able to figure that out.
I think it did all right. I mean, not it wasn't like GoldenEye where everyone had it, but I think there
Right.
was like it was pretty popular with some people who liked the multiplayer, which I didn't try, but we could try it.
Yeah. I'm interested in knowing. Oh man. This guy. Oh, so fresh.
Isn't it a little bit early in the day to start talking about Gothic architecture?
Conker's still feeling pretty drunk. 9.9 out of 10 on IGN. Well, yeah, good reviews, but I'm wondering how it did, like how successful it was. Whoa. Oh man, this all looks great.
Yeah, this helicopter tail thing is fun. Also, yeah, like it looks like he's got a real-time shadow, which is not something that like Mario had.
No, no, it looks really good. Like, like that game Tunic that came out last year doesn't look any better than this.
What is it?
Tunic, that like kind of like it was like a Fox, kind of a Legend of Zelda type game.
Uh,
It looks good, but you know, it's not going far beyond what this game managed. All right, so this game was considered to be a colossal sales failure.
oh, wow.
That shortcomings are widely attributed to Nintendo spending too much money trying to market it to ultimately smaller audiences. The game being released at the end of N64's run. Thanks for that. A little added context. Seems like such a 90s game thing for a character to have a helicopter mode. I know. I know. Something turns into a helicopter. Wow. Man, I love the 90s. Look, I'm not currently writing something very distinct from this. I'm writing a story about a very immature character who can't control their drink. And is going on sexual misadventures through a frightening, fantastical world. Not super different. So I guess I'm just trying to understand it.
Yeah, I mean, oh fuck. Oh shit, damn it. Making a game for adults. That was also a Ken and Roberta thing. Didn't they make a lot of adult games?
Oh, like the King's Quest games?
Yeah.
I don't know if I would call those adult games.
No, not them, but like the
like Phantasmagoria and shit like that?
yeah, that was one of them.
Yeah, they were trying to make games in like the horror genre and you know, places where adult concepts could be explored.
Yeah. I didn't actually see too much of that game. Oh shit. Damn it again.
Phantasmagoria, I played through quite a bit of it with our brother, and I didn't like play it myself. I mostly watched, but like I saw some very, very gruesome, what I remember is very, very gruesome FMVs accompanying that game. Shit that you would not show a kid.
Yeah.
I remember a horrible one. Oh my god. All right. My memory of an FMV from Phantasmagoria. Here we go. I saw, at some point you find out that this man has killed like a lot of his wives, and they've all died. They've all disappeared mysteriously. And then you find video evidence of him killing one of his wives. I feel like you interface with something and it shows you what he did. You interface with some spirit and they show you what he did. It's not like video footage, but to us it's video footage, right? So you see this one video of him killing his wife by like putting her head in this like device that like holds onto her head and then just turning that shit and turning her head around and round until her neck snapped.
Oh my god.
And I watched that and I was like, fuck the rest of this. I could not watch anything else. And although I might have watched more of it after that, but that was so horrifying that I remember it today.
Yeah.
That's what Ken and Roberta exposed me to. Thanks a lot, guys. Scarred for life.
Plunger, go and get some shut-eye. Finally.
There's a 90s CD-ROM adventure that someone in the chat would like to play, where you're an undercover cop trying to solve murders of LA's sexiest models, and Elliot Gould plays your boss. What's that called?
I've never heard of that.
Like you're teasing me here. What's it called?
Do you not know what it's called? You just know a description of it.
Leisure Suit Larry. Is that what it is?
Oh.
No. No. Did you ever play any Leisure Suit Larry games?
No.
Those are like, okay, so that's not Ken and Roberta, but those are Sierra games. And like Larry is just like this little guy who's like hanging out in a sleazy place with like a bunch of babes. And they made like 15 of those.
Yeah.
Very enduring game. I've only ever played a little bit of like a couple of them, but. Okay, this game is called Blue Heat, The Case of the Cover Girl Murders. Thank you for the link. The world's sexiest models need your help. And the image is like a pair of high heels and a feminine hand like bending down to touch the heels. And she's standing on a reflective surface and the background is red. Oh, this is very crude. Asshole. Great voice. Anyway, that game looks awesome. I'm definitely gonna check that one out. The first erotic CD-ROM to feature high-quality graphics and gameplay. High quality. Okay, well I'll be the judge of that. Yeah, this game I did not expect to be enjoying as much as I am. This is like at the end of the system's life, so it was some of the best graphics they had on N64. Oh, I think we lost our cameras.
Uh-oh.
No, wait. I'm like, sometimes they blink out for me.
Yeah.
I'm not sure why, but I have no idea if that's happening for the audience too.
Right. What seems to be the problem? Oh yeah. You need manual.
We're back, yay. Okay, good. Sorry about that. I'm not sure why that happened.
Costume.
Oh, how much?
Got any Mepsi pucks?
What?
Oh, it was because I looked at that. It's because I so eagerly looked at that cover of the erotic thriller game. I'll have to figure out a way to follow links without like messing up our cameras. Doing my best to think on the fly, guys.
What do I have to do with this? Oh shit.
You don't do that. I really like the little voices and ad libs and stuff in this too.
Yeah.
The landscapes look great.
Yeah, I like the animations.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, like there's a lot of jokes in this game, but it's not necessarily a joke. There is gameplay, and there's a few different kinds of gameplay. There's like gun gameplay later.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, here it is.
Hey, some white guy trying to steal our nice new high.
Come on, Bob. Let's go get it.
Good voices. Dropped. Oh man, he's floating dead in the water. You're in hell.
Bloody ridiculous contraption. Whose idea was this anyway? Right. Hello. My name's Greg, the Grim Reaper. And don't laugh.
Aren't you a little shocked to be a Grim Reaper?
Well, how many Grim Reapers have you met before, mate? What am I supposed to look like?
Yeah, that's a good point. Well made.
Now, let's see. Ah, yes. Conker. Surname?
The squirrel.
The squirrel. The... Oh, bloody hell, you would have to be a sobbing squirrel, wouldn't you?
Why, is there a problem with that?
There is, actually. Like those bloody cats. Such a pain in the ass. You're one of these special cases.
Oh, really?
Yep. Apparently, according to the powers that be, I'm just doing my job. I do what I'm told. Don't even get paid very much. Apparently, squirrels can have as many lives as they think they can get away with.
Oh, I see. So I'm not dead.
You're dead, but not quite.
Oh, right. Well, I'll be off then.
Just you wait, smart ass. You don't get out of it that easily. Now, the thing is, you may not be dead, but that doesn't mean you can't die. You just have a few more, shall we say, chances. Yeah. Like cats. I hate them. Right. Distributed around your little world are these tail things. Squirrel's tails. If you can get them, I'll give you an extra chance. Understand?
Well, sounds a bit strange, but okay.
Strange? The best bloody deal you're going to get, you little prick. Right, that's it. Piss off. I've got some cats to see. Bloody things. I hate those bloody cats. The way they meow and they piss everywhere. And their shit smells. Bloody awful. All over my place.
So like these games were developed on a farm in a barn in Twycross, England.
What? They had a studio out in the country.
Yeah, in an old barn.
Ah. It helped. Did it help them work? They all went out there and lived out there,
I don't know.
and the game was their only life. Right? Because like if a major studio is not in the city, then you only live there because the studio is there, right?
I don't know what their lives were like, but
I mean, they would have all. All right, I'm curious to know.
this is from probably from David Wise probably is the source of this information. He does a lot of interviews.
Oh, oh. Oh man, they're coming at you with their sword sharp stingers.
Oh my
I'll
god,
get
this
him,
is so
boss.
hard. There we go.
Oh, you made it.
Eat less, mother buzzer.
Oh. Damn.
In Donkey Kong 64, he has a gun like
Shit, man. Wow, he blasted them to pieces.
Oh, really? That doesn't surprise me. What? Nothing.
Anyway, as a reward for your good service to the bee community, I present you with this.
Who went off with another woman?
the Bee King, I guess.
And Conker's like his bro. So he already knew about that.
I have no idea.
Just a couple of blokes hanging out together, cheating on their girlfriends. It's disgusting.
I was saying before that in Donkey Kong 64, he has a gun made of wood. But like
Like a barrel gun.
it's like a gun that looks like a tree, like an ape made it.
Okay.
But like originally they were gonna give him a real gun.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's it. Just
Oh, I
like
see.
thinking about how this game is like, I guess, they realized they couldn't do actual guns.
So what did he do instead?
They gave him like, they're like toy looking. They're like a coconut gun made of
Oh,
wood
right.
that fires coconuts.
But he-
They were gonna give him like a shotgun.
But he blew those bees apart.
He still does destroy bees in that game too.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if they explode like that, but like we just saw while in playing Banjo-Kazooie, the enemies do explode into pieces when you kill them.
God, yeah, right. Even that cute little carrot blew up.
Yeah, very violently. There's like a lot of things that, you shoot eggs instead, but it still does damage the same way bullets do in this game.
Okay, suits me.
And there's like adult jokes in Banjo too and other games like that are not for adults, like ukulele. The rare people like formed a new studio called Playtonic. It's like a
Playtonic.
terrible pun.
Oh my god. All right, so these people were in the woods on Friday night. They were not fucking. Ever. I mean, they're putting it all in here. They're putting it all in here. And it's all just like, I wish I was out at the pub having a drink with a few mates and, hunting for some bird to take back to me pad. I don't know how British people talk. What would a British person say who lived in the region the rare engineers, the rare programmers worked for? What would they say around there to, you know, refer to their crash pad where they were going to take a date?
They're
Finish my
flat.
joke for me, please. Will anyone please be funny for me and know this so so that they might properly make fun of these people? Whoa. Oh my god, you really blow a lot of insects apart. Like with a fucking slingshot.
Yeah, they're swearing at me.
Right, they deserve it. They deserve it. Oh man. Oh fuck. This is thrilling. Great combat there.
Yeah, and it has the context sensitive thing, so you don't have an inventory or any bullshit.
Ah.
You don't have to learn any move. Well, you did have to like read a manual just now,
Right.
which kind of felt unnecessary,
Yeah.
actually.
Yeah.
Let's see. That way or that way? That way smells a bit pooey. Let me see.
Oh, we're gonna see something really pooey in a minute.
Yeah.
What could it be? A big poop and a big puddle of poop. And when he talks, it just makes like fart sounds, right?
Yeah.
Lip, 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 lip.
In the glass broke. I see problem. Oh, and the scissor. Seems to be a. I must do some experiments.
So the plot is that the king's table fell over, so he asked the scientists to figure out like what to do about it, and they figure that a squirrel like Conker is the perfect thing to hold up his table. So they're going to use him for that.
Oh man. Oh man. That's so funny. What a great little story they've built here.
Yeah. Oh my
You have to go
god.
through all of this because of that.
Yeah.
They're straining to jump. Oh man, this is so fun.
Where'd he go? Don't tell me he clipped out of bounds.
No.
He's gone.
Oh no. You clipped out of it. Well, you just gotta go back then. You just gotta do it the way you know you're supposed to. Be a good boy and play the game.
Damn it. Get him. There. Oh, I see. He splattered. What are you supposed to do? You can throw him over.
Well, sorry to everyone who showed up for Banjo-Kazooie tonight, because this game proved to be the most fascinating of all.
Yeah, you think so?
I think so. That's my opinion. I mean, I was very energized by Mischief Makers and Banjo-Kazooie. But I am discovering for the first time that this one is good.
Yeah,
Somebody get me! Over here!
That's weird. I thought you did play this game.
No, I didn't. I might have watched you play it a little.
Bitch up from my back pronto.
Gee, so many people around here want me to solve their problems. What are you gonna do for me then?
I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. You get rid of that freaking mouse critter, and maybe I'll help you out. Just maybe. Oh, just one more thing. I say, just one more thing. You make one of my friend Bert. Just mention my name, Jack, and everything will be just dandy.
Just making him bleed and fart. Is that like you can't go down there?
Down where?
Are you swimming in poo?
No, the poo was the other way.
Okay, you'll know poo when you see it.
Yeah, you'll know.
Somebody over here! Somebody get me!
I need to figure out how to get the cheese to that rat. Or yeah, I guess we talked to his friend.
Hi, you must be Bert.
I'm Bert.
Jack,
I'm opening it for you here, and you can get on right as ever that you're trying to do.
I love it. You sometimes get a real word in there.
that's all you do? Great.
Stop that. I think pretty soon I'm gonna want to start winding down.
Okay.
This is such a pleasure to watch. Oh man. I love the colors in here too.
Shit. This might be the wrong way.
The way this character is screaming.
No!
Oh, no! Oh, well. Oh, he's history. He had every reason to be screaming. You were about to drop him, and he was about to break into itty-bitty pieces. Can you smack that rat again?
Oh.
Alright. You gotta let me get up.
Oh, I see. You have to go the way with the...
Still gotta get this guy down there.
Yeah. This way. Oh, fuck.
Oh, wow. It's a cruel,
Ow.
merciless world that you're playing in here.
Yes, and I am the cruelest and mercifulest.
Mm-hmm.
Wait. Oh my god, I almost dropped him again.
This guy will never be satisfied. Don't go on fetch quests for him.
Okay.
You know, that's like, there are people you meet in this life who, like, don't be fooled. They're gonna just, every time you complete a fetch quest for them, they're gonna send you on another. They're gonna be like, wow, thank you. Anyway, I really need you to do this now. And look, if you're okay with that being the relationship you have with that person, that's fine. Go on their fetch quest for the rest of your life. But if that's not... Oh my god. Alright, you gotta get one of these the little cheese. Are they cheese?
Yeah.
You get this little cheese down there to the rat.
Yeah, he's hungry. He wants 3.
Oh, how many have you gotten him?
1.
No! Oh, I see. When he faces you.
Oh, you have to be walking already.
That's hard.
Yes, this
Why do you-
game is hard.
Why do you have to do it 3 times? Once is enough.
Well, you know, this was before we had 80 million games. So, like, you wanted to feel like you spent a certain amount of time playing them, I guess. So they, like, put filler in the games, like,
Yeah.
like these cheeses that keep running away.
Yeah. Yeah. It's okay. I would have felt satisfied to do this one time, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, me too.
Oh. Ah, so you need to get a running start so you can go fast enough underneath them.
Marvelous! One more should just about do it.
Nothing is going to top this for me tonight. Getting back is easier, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, last time. I bet this rat doesn't even tip. Yeah, there's no way.
Shit. Oh my god.
This is like, this should be on an episode of Dirty Jobs. Yeah, and I mean, this game, like, this whole sequence is
Yeah.
like, it's like a,
Alright,
a
I'm
look
not
at-
doing that again.
It's like, what, this is what it's like for Grubhub to bring you your food.
Oh, you have to press A.
Like,
Do you want to play the multiplayer real quick?
oh, sure. All right. How about we call it a night after this? We'll do a little,
Yeah.
all right. So how does it work?
It's like kill each other.
Oh, okay, cool.
Here it is. Total war.
Whatever that means. Oh man, this is fun. Wait, did I tap out?
Yeah.
All right.
I don't think I've ever played this.
No. I think you had,
It's maybe like GoldenEye a little.
but not first person.
Yeah. Oh, okay, that's the grenade. Oh, here we go.
God. This is like psycho. I'm just having fun running around, honestly. Oh, there's my gun. Ah. What a fascinating game. Oh, shit. How do I fucking fire? Ah.
Z.
Ah. Shit.
Oh, shit.
Where are ya? Oh, man. You just, like, blew my fucking head off. Holy shit. I need some new weapons.
Oh. Wow. Good shot.
I gotcha. I can't believe this is a rare game.
Why?
Did they ever make games like this?
Yeah, they made lots of games like this.
Oh, really? I never played any of them.
Well, GoldenEye was like
oh, GoldenEye
this.
was them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Donkey Kong 64 also had a mode that was kind of like this.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Banjo-Kazooie also had like a first-person shooter mode.
Man, we always kill each other when we get out into the open there. God, this is fun.
Yeah, this is pretty cool.
I so rarely play games like this.
Yeah.
Oh, you're out in the square. Jesus. Wrong place. Where the hell am I? Holy shit. We're shooting around each other. Oh my god. Oh my god. Holy shit. How long are we gonna fucking do this? We can't shoot each other point blank. Holy shit.
Oh, you can aim.
Ah, aiming. That. Oh, yeah, I got my head blown off.
With R.
How many rounds do we go?
I don't know. Oh, fuck.
This shit's hard to aim.
Yeah.
What is he saying there? Honey, honey?
I guess so.
His little teddy bears?
Yeah, they're like you teddy Nazis.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, in the war chapter, they're the ones you have to kill.
Hmm.
My god, I just got a katana. I can jump with this thing.
So they're
Oh my
they're
God.
totally desensitized soldiers. These
Yeah.
bears.
Well, they're like invented by the scientist.
Mm-hmm.
I think they just are teddy bears
Mm-hmm.
that kill. Okay, you can
Trying to
zoom.
snipe at me?
Just testing out the hardware. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck.
Oh.
Oh, fuck.
All right, I feel like I'm good. You want to do like do you want to do one more kill?
Yeah, yeah.
One more kill. Oh. Oh, we ran out of time. Okay. Well, who won? I can't tell.
Me.
Oh. All right. Joe wins. It has been decided. Well, this is a fun one. Good games. I'm glad we've had time to explore the N64. A console that had like a few, it feels like it had just like a few really, really good ones.
Yeah.
Then a lot of crapola.
Crapola, yeah. Well, I feel like only I played the N64.
I mean, it's possible. I think this one was yeah, very formative for you. The way that Super Nintendo was for me.
Yeah.
This was yours. And I mean, look, if I look at Super Nintendo, there's really only so many games that I can whittle it down to. The rest, I've got them there. You can count them on, well, you know, not two hands, but not too far from that either. But we're looking for more, aren't we? This is a good game. I really like this.
Yeah.
Even like this little co-op mode. Well, not co-op. Our little versus mode here.
Yeah.
Really fun.
Yeah. It was also made online when this game came out for Xbox.
Ah, that's fun. Too bad nobody played. So, all right. Before we sign off for the night, let's do our Thingus heroes and villains for the week.
Okay.
All right. Do you have any?
Thingus heroes. Maybe David Wise, who... Oh, wait, no, he didn't do the music for this game. Never mind. I mean, he's... I guess he was a Thingus hero for Donkey Kong Country.
Okay, for last week. Yes, we
Yeah.
forgot to do our Thingus heroes from last week, so we'll just say them here. So David Wise, who did the music for Donkey Kong Country, was the Thingus hero for last week.
Who did all of his compositions on a farm.
Oh, he also worked on a farm.
Yeah.
Cool. Wait, was it the same farm where Rare developed the games?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, that's cool.
I mean, yeah, I don't think they would have he would have lived in a different city back in the day.
Right, they wouldn't have been working remotely. Everything was done in-house.
Right.
What a cool idea to get people together and make a game. And interesting that they produced so much great stuff. Is there a documentary about it?
He just talks about it in interviews. There's a lot of interviews with him.
Ah, all right. So he's getting his recognition. Our Thingus hero, a hero in his time.
Yeah.
All right. And our Thingus villain from last week was once again whoever decided to close the Incredible Universe. Yeah. You know, sometimes it just is that one again. So this week, Thingus heroes, or villains. Let's see. I'd like to award a Thingus hero-ship to that girl who dated someone in the chat who admitted that it was really hot when Sonic drowns. That girl who is now a woman who knows what she wants in this life. I declare Thingus hero of the week. But you can disagree with me if you want.
Well, I don't know if I can outdo that. Do I have a Thingus hero? I don't know if I can think of another one.
Well, you named someone who kind of, like, you have sort of brought into light the idea of, like, Rare developing all these games on the farm. So I feel like there's some Thingus hero status to go around there.
Oh, sure. Yeah, I'm not even sure, like, the names of all the people who worked on these games. I know there was a guy named Greg, which is why the Grim Reaper is Greg, who did a lot of the character designs. Greg Males, I believe. Yeah, that's it.
They were using the world that was right in front of them. That's how personal this project is. They named the characters after themselves. Thingus villains of the week. I don't know. I don't think anybody really harshed my vibe this week. Who are we mad at?
Thingus villains.
Well, it sounds like, unfortunately, once again, we're going to have to declare the Thingus villains to be whoever it is that closed the Incredible Universe. The rat was an excellent villain. He wasn't a personal villain to me, though. That rat was a fine friend of mine. I looked forward to seeing him again and again and again. So yes, technically he is a villain. He's just not our villain. You know, he'd be here all night talking about the great villains we come up against in these games. Although that guy was very, very great. Oh my god. Yeah, he almost did me in, honestly. So I suppose he was a villain. All right. I think that's all we've... Oh, could you explain the Thingus heroes and villains? Well, I don't know. I think it's pretty self-explanatory. There are things that inspire us and things that agitate us, right? Right? We're just responding to stimuli. And we're like, ooh, okay, or oh man. And whoever lights up one of those is a hero or a villain, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, like when you find out there's a store called The Incredible Universe, it's like the most amazing store ever. You have to see it. And then like you see it and it's like 100 times more amazing than the way it was described to you. And it's like a circus, but there's like consumer electronics everywhere. And it's like this place that just like no one will ever believe you that it ever existed. And it's like, it was the greatest place ever. And they turned it into a Target. And it sucks now. It's like the worst thing ever that this place was so great. And then it's gone. It turned into a Target, and it's like the ugliest Target. Like you can still tell it was the Incredible Universe from the like curved building on the outside, but everything inside looks like a completely different place. It doesn't look anything like it.
It was ugly for a Target.
Yeah. And why does it look so much smaller? Is it because I'm bigger, or is it because they actually got rid of some of the space? It was a universe, and they took away the space.
I think that really, I think that answers the question. I hope that answers the question. So yeah, the person who decided to turn that into a Target, like, I don't blame Target. Look, it's not Target's fault. Or maybe it is, I don't know.
I mean, look, it's a Target because that's clearly what people prefer, right?
Yeah.
I mean, the Incredible Universe is a ridiculous store. There's no way it could have lasted, right? It was all these electronics that you're going to have to buy another in a few years. Like having a whole store that's like a giant giga store of that. Like, you know, this is before iPhones sold themselves, and you know, stores could rely on that. Like this had nothing, right? Like, you know, like the Incredible Universe was losing out to like. Well, I don't know if it was online stuff, but like...
I mean, that was coming. I don't know if that had quite destroyed electronic stores yet, but it was in the process of happening.
Well, yeah, like people don't buy computers like they did back then, right?
No, no, all of these stores closed.
Yeah.
Every last one of them closed. CompUSA, Circuit City, What others were there? Fry's. Are there still Fry's? Not really, right?
No, they closed most of them down. I think they're all gone, except maybe like one.
And there were all kinds of stores in town that just sold computers. And you'd go in, there was a sales floor, and people would like help you pick. They're like used car salesmen, very predatory business.
Yeah.
They like help you pick out your computer and like try to sell you a really expensive computer. And you just go there, like while your parents are picking out a computer, and you just like hang out in a computer store filled with people, just filled to the brim with people on the weekend, buying computers and checking out computers. And you'd sit there like, kind of bored, kind of stimulated, because, you could kind of touch the computers, but like it took a long time for your parents to make a very large purchase. And, just turning off the game.
Yeah.
The true Thingus villain of the week must be modern capitalism for killing this store. Well, I mean, if you want to let the guy who closed that specific incredible universe off the hook, then sure, blame capitalism. But I could blame time and the Earth's rotation for a lot of shit too. Like, this guy needs to be named and shamed, whoever he is.
It was one guy.
I mean, according to me as a child, it would have been.
Oh.
USA, hell yeah. Hell yeah. Wasn't there a song?
Maybe. Wow. I did not remember.
I would just be cruising those easy levels.
Do you want to play?
Me on pure easy. Whoa, cruising. Oh no, wait, I don't want manual. No. Can we go back? Wait, had I picked?
Did you?
Is it on automatic? I hope I did it right. Oh man, the babe. Oh, here we go.
It's
The
Z.
bikini babe. Oh no, I don't want to be on first person. How do you drift in this game?
I haven't played this game in a long time. I don't know.
I'm just going in a straight line. Is that correct? I'm not encountering anything.
You might need to switch gears.
No.
Did you choose manual?
I think I did.
Did anyone see that? I didn't see.
I think I chose manual. Oh,
Can we can just like start over.
okay. Cruising. All right.
Okay.
I picked automatic. I'm just really bad, apparently. Whoa. Oh man, I can't believe we were about to end the stream and then we just started doing this. What do you press for gas?
It's just Z.
Z? I was not speeding up at all. Oh, now I am. Wow. This is fun. You're just in like San Francisco. Carnage. There's like not a ton of detail, but there's a feeling of chaos and carnage.
Yeah.
There's like people screaming, but you never see any people.
Oh my god.
Cruising. Whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. Did we have this game or did we just play it at the arcade?
We had this one.
Okay. I love when a racing game has the logo of the game's publisher.
Yeah.
All right, one more race and then I've had it for the night.
Yeah.
Me tired. Remember Beetle Adventure Racing? We should try that sometime too.
Oh, sure.
Ah. Oh boy. Here we go, same place.
Wait, is this the same exact race?
Yeah, it's the same race.
No.
No, we're not doing this a
Yeah.
second. Cruising. Is
Do
that
you
all we
want-
get?
Do you want to do Beetle Adventure Racing instead? Do one race of
No,
that.
I don't think I want to start on a on a
Okay,
new one.
let's do that later when we can give it more time.
Yeah, let's call it a night. I'm starting to rub my eyes here.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, me tie.
Yeah, me the.
Thanks for watching tonight, everybody. This was fun. I really enjoyed our games, and there were lots of laughs.
Yeah.
See you on the next one.
Bye. Thanks for coming.
Thanks for coming. Bye. Oh, and if you want to either subscribe to the Discord or join the Discord or subscribe to the YouTube channel where we post clips or stuff or whatever. If you're somehow not aware of any of this stuff that, beyond the stream that you're watching right now, you can go to thingus.world. Here we go. I'm going to put it in the chat. Thingus.world for all the extra Thingus information.
And check out Thinkopedia, where every Thingus will be cataloged.
Yeah, we'll be organizing them a little bit more than just like on the videos.
Yeah.
But they will also be like very haphazardly organized. All right, good night everyone. Thanks for watching.
See ya.
Bye.